Hey, I'm ChristopherJMUA. Welcome to my channel. And if you're an existing subscriber, welcome back. I think I need a subscribe song. I'm gonna have to get creative and come up with something. I bring you here today because I thought that maybe I could squeeze in one last makeup transformation for Halloween before Halloween actually happened. I was checking out Instagram. No, where did I see that? I don't remember where I saw it. I remember seeing a doll eye makeup look. With it being Halloween, every time I do something Halloween themed, I always like to add in some gore. Ever since I figured out the toilet paper and Elmer's glue trick, I've always wanted to do things that incorporated that because it gave a lot of skin detail and I really liked it. So of course then I bought liquid latex instead of Elmer's glue. They're pretty much the same thing when it comes to using them for costume effects, it seems like almost, but liquid latex is a lot stronger and lasts a lot longer. I digress. The point to this video is to create a doll look, but with a twist. I'm gonna try and make it look like a porcelain doll with a cracked mouth. So it'll have on the edges here going up as a smile with cracks and the mouth's gonna be broken. It's mainly gonna be kind of a tutorial, so we're gonna roll with it and see what happens. I lost my professional. No. Okay, seriously, where's the professional? I don't have primer without professional. Benefit, can we just get this over with and you send me some professional? Seriously, where's my sample of professional? What the heck? No. Okay, well, I can't find my Benefit professional. I have no idea where it is. So I'm just gonna use the Soap and Glory One Heck of a Blot primer. It says pore filling on it. I haven't really tested that out yet, but we're gonna see. I feel so pretty. I really hope this is like super pore filling. It's like greasy kind of. It kind of feels like a moisturizer, but a little thicker. So my cat just scared the crap out of me. She was making noises at the door and I'm home alone. And when I opened the door, her face was right in front of my face. This primer is not pore filling. We're gonna take liquid latex and I am just gonna pour some out on a little palette thing. It's very gross. Now before you go in with the liquid latex, I suggest using not a makeup brush. Anything that's kind of small that you want to detail around your mouth with, do not get liquid latex in your mouth. It already stinks, you don't want to taste it. I'm just going to use a flat, thin, kind of long, what I would call a packer brush, even though it's not a packer brush, it's a paintbrush. I'm taking the cotton ball pieces and making them as long strands as I can, and then I'm twisting them so that they'll end up as a line or more like a line instead of a big poofy cotton ball. Now I'm gonna clean this brush off as best I can for now so I can do the exact same thing on the other side. Now while the latex is still just a little bit wet, I'm gonna take a combination of tweezers and the end of a small brush and just try to define the middle of the mouth. And then we just let that dry. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the next step. It's okay if you're not completely dry yet because we're gonna be working on the rest of the face anyway, so it's not really a big deal. I'm gonna prime with the Tarte Poreless Primer. Now that appears to be pore filling. Good God, I put way too much on. And then take all your excess primer off if you have any. Okay, I think I'm primed. So I'm gonna use the e.l.f. highlighter concealer stick, I guess, in light/glow. And I'm gonna use the highlighter side and I'm going to buff this into my entire face because it's got that white sparkliness and I want to look like a porcelain doll. So I feel like this is gonna get the job done. Okay, this is probably gonna dry before I buff it out. I better go ahead and do that. And that concludes this tutorial, guys. Happy Halloween! Just kidding. Now I'm gonna go in with the Urban Decay All Nighter Foundation in shade 3.25. I wonder if one pump's gonna cut it. Ooh! I get to use my Luxie 732 for this. Okay, am I pale? I appear pale. Now I'm gonna go in with the lightest concealer I have, and that is my NYX HD concealer in shade, oh, 00. And I am also going to add the e.l.f. highlight again over this concealer and blend that with everything. And now we're gonna go in with Coty Airspun in translucent all over my face, and especially under my eyes and my forehead so that they can bake for a little bit so that my wrinkles are hidden. Never set a crease. Now before I contour and finish the rest of the face, I am going to work some magic on the eyes. I'm gonna start with my brows, but I'm going to do that off camera because it takes forever for me. So I will be back momentarily. Okay, brows are blocked in or filled in. Moving on to the next step. We are going to jump into eyeshadow. First I'm going to prime my eyes with the NYX concealer. It's shade 00. There was just a very loud explosion from the kitchen, so I'm gonna see what that might have been. So I've got a fat cat and I've got a skinny cat, and I made it to where my fat cat couldn't get my skinny cat's food because she's on a diet, and she tried to get up there and get the skinny cat's food, but managed to knock a box off while she did, so everything fell to the floor and made lots of noise. So I guess now I kind of have an alarm that goes off when she tries to get the other cat's food. So it's kind of nice. Go diet. I'm gonna go into my Morphe 350M palette with my big fluffy Alamar blending brush, and I'm gonna go into this shade right here. It's the lightest possible shade in this palette, and just dust that all over the lid. I'm now gonna take the fluffy blender brush side of my Urban Decay Vice brush and go into this brown shade right here. I'm just gonna put that on the upper part of my crease. For all you nude fans out there who want a dark nude that you can be dramatic with one day, here you go. Now I'm gonna go in to the crease and only the crease with my Beauty 360 eyeshadow brush into this darker brown shade right here. And I just want to deepen up the crease and kind of make my eye crease fall back just a little bit so that I can bring everything else forward. Now that I went really dark, I have to like blend all this darkness out. So really all I'm doing at this point is just going in between the two brushes and just blending everything out, trying to make it as cohesive and blended as possible. And I kind of dragged it farther down than I normally do, like down there, because since I'm trying to go for the bigger eye, I want it to fan out from the outside a little more and kind of go in, if that makes sense. Now it is time to create the illusion of a bigger eye and some gel liner. I am first going to brush away the powder I have under my eyes, setting it. Or it's just gonna stay there, either one. Now I'm gonna take a flat angled brush. Hey, that's a Morphe brush. What is it? And the L'Oreal Lacquer Liner in Blackest Black 171. And I am going to wing the top of my eye. Man, it's a good thing I don't suck at wings or this would be really, really hard. Okay, I've got to be done with that side. I mean, it's kind of cute, right? Now time to do the exact same thing on the other side. So just like with everything else in my life, I ended up going way overboard with the eyeliner, but I made a wing on both eyes, and there's no doubt that it's a wing. It's kind of more of a cat eye sort of thing, but I actually kind of like it. Now to give the illusion that my eye's bigger, I need to take my lower lash line even lower than what it is. So how I'm going to do that is I'm gonna clean off my angled brush and this time go in with my Stila smudge pot with some of that product. And I don't have to be super precise with this, but I need to be precise enough to make it look like a clean line. And personally, it was easier for me to start on the inside than it was the outside. You don't take it quite all the way in, just kind of to the inner fourth of your eye probably. And that's where you want it to be the smallest point, so that it kind of looks like it's going from a small point to a thick end, just like it would if it was your regular lash line. And just make sure that you connect up with the wing that you already made. There. Does my eye look bigger yet? Now, same thing on the other side. You know, it's kind of funny because once you start drawing out the line, you can feel that really it's just the bottom of your eye socket. Because whenever you push in, like if you use the other end of the brush and push, you can feel where your socket goes in at. Don't push too hard. But pretty much where your eye socket is, that's where you're making this line. And you're just extending that out so it fills the whole thing. I'm gonna go in with a really small, short packer brush. This is the Vintage Cosmetic Company Step 3 Go Girl Go. And I'm gonna take some concealer on the back of my hand and just bring the innermost part of those black lines to as much of a sharp point as I possibly can. And also put concealer on the inside of my eye. On the inside, on the uppermost part of my under eye, above that black line, just to clean it up as much as possible. So my eyelashes are like ridiculously stupid long, and getting this little bitty brush under them to try and put concealer up there is really hard. Leave a like if you have the same problem. Also, leave a like if you don't. Just leave a like. Oh, and PS, don't forget to subscribe if you wanna, you know. It doesn't hurt anything. It's that really cool looking red button that's like right down there, or maybe right over there. It's like the coolest button that YouTube, I think, ever invented, because it gives you the ability and the superpower to see me, like, anytime I upload a new video. Who wouldn't love a superpower? Okay, I do believe that is now carved out again, and I tried to blend the concealer edges away so that it wasn't super obvious that I put it back there. Now, the part that I think does the most dramatic is adding a white liner. You could do this with a white liquid liner, a white pencil liner if you're really precise and it's really sharp, or a white, maybe you could pull it off with a white eyeshadow if you sprayed it with Fix Plus and put a whole bunch of concealer down first. Maybe. I am gonna go in with the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the shade Milk 604, and I'm gonna put that above this black line, and only above this black line, right underneath my actual waterline. Strongly suggest, if you have one, using a much smaller pencil to do this with. I, for one, did not have a smaller one, or I would have chosen that. Which, this one isn't so bad. I'm just definitely gonna have to go back in and touch up. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. That's so cool. I can't smile because of this latex, but that's really cool. I like it. And while you're at it, line your bottom waterline with the white pencil as well. You know, really, if you're able to, just pretty much tight line your bottom waterline. Alright, so that is the official widening of the eye complete. Does it look like I have big eyes? I feel like it does, for sure. Now don't put up the smudge pot just yet. We're going to use it one more time to create fake lashes. And we're going to do that on our bottom lash line. See, I think what I love about this look the most is that really, if you don't want to be, you don't have to be precise, because you can get dolls at Walmart, or you can get dolls at like the dollar store, or you can get dolls at like the dollar shop, and they're all gonna range in quality. So you can be like a dollar shop doll, or you can be like a luxury doll. It's really your choice. If you end up messing it up and doing a really bad job, say that you're a dollar store doll. Is that creepy yet? I am going to go ahead and put on the lashes. And once I put on the lashes, I will be right back. Okay, lashes are on. Those were the Ardell Professional Natural Demis 101. Is that part of the style? I'm not sure. I am going to be adding mascara to the top lash. We're gonna go in with Wander Beauty Unleashed Volume and Curl Mascara, so it says. This came in my first ever BoxyCharm, actually, which was in August, maybe? Maybe September. I think, yeah, September. I think that's right, because I don't think I had it in July. And I think I remember getting 2 boxes first. I don't remember for sure. I think that was right. You know, honestly, with the lashes though, they're almost the same length, if not the same length as my actual eyelashes. So I don't know how good of a decision that was there, but that's $7.99 lost. They still look good though, and they add some dimension. Ow! I really wish I would stop doing that. Ow! Why do I always do that? We are going to go ahead and do our contour. You know what we're gonna use. It's gonna be the Tarte Park Avenue Princess Chisel Palette. You know, half the time I honestly just think I use this because I want to smell it. Ooh man, I've flown that way back on my neck. Why didn't anybody tell me? Jeez, some friends you are. Do dolls normally have angular chins or rounded chins? That's the question of the century, isn't it? No bronzing at all, which saddens me. Only a little bit though, because my butter bronzer broke and I don't have another one, and I don't have the money for another one right now, currently. So, I mean, I can still use mine. It's just been repaired with Magic Moon Mousse. And that works okay. I just have to hold it over the trash can now whenever I use it because it didn't quite repair it all the way. Now we're leaving that palette out because we are just switching brushes. Getting rid of this one and going in with the Luxie something. It's the Luxie something something angled shading brush. Oh wait, this isn't what I was actually gonna do, but I almost forgot to contour my nose. I just like having a slender nose. That's all. Alright, so now with that same brush, the Luxie angle brush, I'm gonna go into Princess Cut still, and I'm gonna go around the tear. Not around all the liquid latex, because you don't want to emphasize the edges of the liquid latex, but just around where you put the rolled up cotton. Hi.
Hello.
Alright, so that's it for the contouring around the rolled up cotton balls. Now we are going to take a not important angled paintbrush and go into any kind of clown paint, or you can use acrylic paint, but just bear in mind it will crack. You can mix a little bit of Vaseline with the acrylic paint and it'll make it last a little bit longer. It'll just be a little oily. And you're just using this black paint or clay or whatever this is to fill in the mouth. Whatever shape you created with it, you can just roll with that. And I realize now that the plan of making my face a porcelain doll isn't really a reality at this point, because there was no way I could get that rolled up cotton to end up being smooth and clean lined and textured. I'm just not that skilled. So we're renaming this to just doll. Of course it's a Halloween themed doll. So it's not just a doll. We'll come up with a good name in a minute. I'll think about it. It would be so worth it to use some kind of black pigment or, I don't know, liquid liner to fill this in, because it would make it a lot easier and a lot faster. But I ain't got that kind of money. So we ain't gonna do that. We're gonna use our little $5 clown face paint and we're gonna fill in this black. I literally just want to take the black from one side to the other and connect it. Alright, next we're going to go in with a different paintbrush. This one's just a flat straight edge paintbrush, and we're going to go in to mainly this peach color right here, but also a little bit of the brown color. The whole point is so that we can create bruised and swollen, gross, messed up skin. Do not have to be exact at all, because honestly I think the more random it looks, the more realistic it looks, even though I don't know of any humans that have turned into dolls that have gotten their mouths cut out. Do you? I also just thought about the fact that I wanted to add a little bit of red around the edges because it will really intensify like bloodiness. Another thing that's really helpful is that whenever you're pushing in the color, the clown color, into the liquid latex, the more you go back and forth and just kind of essentially color over an area, the better it fills it in. And sometimes you can use that or not. Say you want to create dimension. You want to start out with filling black and coloring it so that it fills in all the little cracks. Then you want to go over it with some brown to make it look like skin so it's not as deep, and just kind of go quickly over that so that it doesn't fill in the cracks. So you have that different color variation in between something lower and something higher so it looks more realistic. See, like if I go really fast over it, you can see all of the texture, but if I color with it, essentially, all the texture disappears and it just colors in that whole area. Then I can take a lighter color, like brown, just over the top of it. The brown is textured on top. I'm gonna use my black acrylic paint. I'm cheating. I'm gonna see if I can stretch this a little bit. Really, I just need to cover my lip. Alright, now just to spruce up my cutout math. What? Math? Why the did I say math? Just to cut out, I can't even speak anymore. Just to spruce up my cutout mouth, I'm gonna clean off my brush. And I am going to take just a little bit more of the brown color and just kind of dab it around the edges where that other liquid latex is. Top off the whole thing around the edges with just little dabs of red. Because when someone sees gruesome and then they see red with it, they just automatically assume it's blood. So why not help them further that illusion? Okay, and I do believe that is it for the mouth. And we only have one last thing to do to the face. I am a doll, so I have to glow. We know this. And dolls always have blush. And dolls usually have like super pigmented pink blush. If I can get any pigment off. What? Really? I'm going into the pan. On there. There it is. I found it. Okay, that's creepy now. Thanks for the blush, Mammy. I knew I'd use it sometime. And finally, we have come to a moment in our lives when we get to put highlighter on our face. The most pink highlighter I have and that I think I could find is this pink in the Maybelline Master Blush Contour and Highlight Kit. You know, I think they should make like bath bombs that make your skin look like you put highlighter on everywhere. Kind of like what's the things that you like rub all over your body on like your upper body? Most of them smell like tanning lotion, like a body bronzer, but that you can get with color and that it's just different color highlighter. I think that should be a thing. Oh, you could take a shower in the highlighter that matches the clothes you're gonna wear that day. That would be so good. I think that's gonna be part of my brand whenever I make my brand. I'm gonna have highlight color bursting bath bombs and shower bombs. You'll get into the shower not shimmery, you'll come out of the shower shimmery. God, this sounds like such a good idea. Why is this not a thing already? It seems like it would be easy enough. As long as somebody had the shower hot enough and steam was coming up, then you just make super extra fine glitter. Oh, I could see that being a health hazard though. Surely you can't breathe that in for a long period of time. Okay guys, I think I'm dewy. I'm dewy and dead. Ha! I'm dead! What do you guys think? Is it okay? Is it good? I'm done now. I'll put it up. So this is the final look. As Christine from Simply Nailogical would say, insert narcissistic montage here.
I can see you from behind. You can hear me
And if you do end up trying this and recreating it, tag me in it. I had a lot of fun with this one, guys, and I hope you did too. Thanks for hanging out with me. If you haven't yet, subscribe and leave me a thumbs up to let me know that you liked this video. And if you do subscribe, don't forget to hit the little bell notification right by subscribe so that you get alerted every time I upload a new video. You can also follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. Everything is just the same username. It's all at ChristopherJMUA. Super easy. You don't have to remember a whole lot. It's very convenient. With Snapchat, you get a lot of random stuff. If I'm filming, I let you know what I'm filming. Sometimes, not all the time. It's not a guarantee. And the most important thing, always remember and never forget, you're beautiful. Bye, guys.